Okay, what if I told you there's a simple 4-second trick that could totally change how you handle conversations? We're about to dive into this really cool technique that helps you get to the truth when you feel like, you're not getting the whole picture.
You know that feeling, right? It's like you ask a question, you get an answer, but something just feels off. That little voice in the back of your head is screaming, there's more to it, but you don't want to be pushy or start an argument. So, what do?
Well, it turns out there is a way. And the best part? It's not about being a master interrogator or playing some kind of complicated mind game. Actually, it's the opposite. It's about doing less, not more. And it's a super subtle but incredibly powerful method you can use just about anywhere.
So what is it? It's called the silent pressure. And yeah, the name pretty much says it all. It's all about using a quiet moment to create just a tiny bit of pressure, enough to make someone reveal what they're holding back. Let's get into it. So let's be clear. This is not just an awkward silence. We've all been in those. No, this is different. It's a strategic pause. It's deliberate. You are literally using that quiet moment as a tool to create this very specific social tension that makes the other person feel this overwhelming urge to fill the quiet.
So, the big question is, why is this so powerful? I mean, it's just silence, right? Well, it's not magic. It's all about psychology. This little trick taps into a really fundamental part of how our brains are wired, and once you get it, you'll see why it's so effective.
It all boils down to something the source material calls the pressure cooker effect. Just think about it for a second. In any normal conversation, silence feels weird, right? It feels uncomfortable. This technique basically grabs that discomfort and puts it to work for you.
And this is how it works. You've probably heard the phrase, nature abhors a vacuum. Well, guess what? In a conversation, silence is the vacuum. Most of us just can't stand it. We rush to fill it. But, and this is the key, if someone is being a little deceptive, that pressure feels 100 times more intense. They feel this desperate need to keep talking, and that's when they trip up. They start adding details they shouldn't, or even better, they start contradicting what they just said.
And this quote just nails it. The silence isn't passive. It's active. It's applying this gentle, invisible pressure. It kind of forces their hand. They feel like they have to say something, anything, to break that tension. And that something is very often way more revealing than their first answer.
All right, so we get the theory. We know why it works. Now for the fun part. How do you actually do it? Don't worry, it's super simple. It's basically a 4-second guide. This right here, this is the magic number. 3 to 4 seconds. That's it. See, any shorter, and it's just a normal pause in a conversation. No big deal. But any longer, you risk it getting really weird and maybe even a little aggressive. That 3 to 4 second window, that's the sweet spot. That's where you create just enough discomfort to get results.
And here's the playbook. It's just 4 simple steps. 1, ask a clear, direct question. 2, listen. I mean really listen to their answer. 3, and this is the most important part, when they stop talking, you hold their eye contact and you say absolutely nothing. And then step 4, in your head, you just count. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I gotta tell you, this is the hardest part. Every instinct in your body is going to scream at you to jump in. You'll want to nod or say aha or ask another question. You have to fight that urge with everything you've got. Your job in those 4 seconds is to do nothing. Let them be the one to break. Let them fill that space.
Okay, let's pull all this together. If you only remember one thing from this whole breakdown, let it be what's coming up next. This is the entire technique in a nutshell.
So, let's recap. The problem is simple. You think someone's not being straight with you. The tool in your toolbox? The silent pressure technique. The method? A very deliberate 3 to 4 second pause after they answer. And the result? You create that pressure cooker effect, which often gets them to say more and reveal the truth you were looking for. It's that straightforward. And that's really the big takeaway here. We spend so much time thinking about the perfect thing to say, the perfect question to ask, but sometimes the most powerful move is to say nothing at all. A short, well-timed silence can reveal more than a dozen follow-up questions ever could.
So I'll leave you with this to chew on. We're all so focused on our words, but maybe the real secret to communication lies in knowing when to just be quiet. When is silence more powerful than words? Definitely something worth thinking about.